Good morning, everyone. I'm slightly unwell. I woke up very early this morning, and I don't know what I had wanted to have a very early shower. I think I've got some headache now, starting. So, guys, I might keep answers a little brief today, if that is okay with you. I'll try and be as crisp as I can, because my head is not helping me here. But sorry about that. But we'll get started with the readings. We continue our momentum of doing two readings for the members every month, and this is the first one for this month. And I see there is a new member who's joined us as well, Yesha Bhatt. Yesha, welcome to the astrology community. Um, we will pick up your question as well. Thank you for considering joining the astrology. Um, the first question that I see on the screen is from AK, and she's asking for her brother. So, um, 5th of March 1968, 8:20 p.m., which is 20:20 p.m. Ginger. AK, last time I think when I had predicted about your brother's health, hopefully he's doing better. I remember you had updated me that he was improving. I see bunch of people have dialed in. Um, guys, this is a members only reading, and I will urge you to explore joining membership, uh, which is a small amount where you get the um, ability to subscribe on a regular basis as a paid member, and you get two questions in a month, one in each session. We hold two sessions in a month, so hopefully that is going to give you a good value for money who can not go for a paid subscription. And guys, I have an announcement, by the way, for my members. um, I've been contemplating of adding some videos, so I will be doing exclusive member only content as well. You don't need to do anything else as a member. You will get this in the next few weeks to follow, where people who want to learn astrology, it will be available for you free of cost. I just don't want people to pay for it. Then in my main YouTube channel, people are of course paying to understand, not paying but watching the video. But here you are paying to get personalized reading twice a month. Outside of that, you'll get videos as well that is going to help you understand the subject better, and we are going to add a lot of topics into this. Okay. So, and I see along with Yesha, Harsha has also joined the membership. Harsha, welcome to the astrology membership. Thank you for your consideration. So, coming back to AK's reading, AK, the question is, had a good sales job for many years, started business few years ago, lost his job, business is slow. Do I continue to push ahead with the business or look for job? Uh, so, see, very quickly, I would want to see, because possibilities are both in his chart of doing his own business as well as being in job. However, the current dasha that he's running the dasha of Saturn. Saturn is his lord of fifth and sixth, and it is sitting in the seventh. Okay, so I had definitely talked about the health aspect last time itself for him. So I hope you keep that into account. Now, within Saturn, Mercury is going to come into play for him from Jan of 2025, and Mercury is the Lagan Lord, which is sitting in fifth in conjunction with Venus. I think he should just continue to push for business. AK, ask your brother to continue to push in that direction. I know there will be certain challenges that will be coming in through, and see, you have to understand Saturn is the sixth lord coming to seventh. Okay, so legal challenges, loans and litigations, and all those kind of problems will be bothering him. But it is also the fifth lord, so it'll be ups and downs that he's going to be facing during this period. But the one that starts from Jan, there will be a decent shift in dynamics for him, and he should observe some growth because of Mercury's Antardasha kicking in, and that's going to be super helpful for him. um, and yeah, I think the next 2.5 years from there, uh, all the way till September of 2027 looks a very good period for him to uh, grow his business or do decently well there. Okay, so I would want you again, for your brother, not to drop the ball. Just continue fighting, and that will be helpful. All right, with that, we will take the question of our newest member. uh, Actually, newest is Harsha, but both Yesha and Harsha have joined the membership today. So we will take up the question of Yesha, who's put his question in place. Yesha, I'm assuming you're a guy, but I'll just read your question first. Um, Not been able to pass CFA level exam 3 since Feb. Have been missing the pass score in the last two attempts. Seen a positive result this time. Should I continue pursuing? It has been a lot of toll on me and as family, especially if they want me to settle down and look for someone. Also, if you have time, when do you see marriage in the cards, arranged or love? Okay, so you've asked a couple of questions, Yesha, and I'm not sure from a gender perspective what should I be looking, Jupiter, Mars, Venus. But I'll address your question. See, we pick one question every reading, so we'll pick up the next question around marriage in the second one that we will do again in September. So Yesha, for this one, let's look into the the examination selection bit that you're referring to. I think that is important one here. Guys, I'm just tad bit unwell today, so bear with me if I sound a little weird. 1995. And those who are just joining into this live reading, this is a members session that we do every alternate week, twice a month. Please explore being a member and joining the membership. It's going to hopefully add a lot of value to your entire experience at Devastrology. All right, and the place is Vadodara. So the question from Yesha is 22nd of Feb 1995, 8:26 a.m. Places Vadodara. So 8:26 means Sun has to be in 12th. Yes, Sun is in 12th, and Saturn is combust. Okay. It's the Lord of 11th and sitting in 12th. Okay. And Lagna Lord is Jupiter sitting in ninth. Beautiful. That's a good combination. With Moon, Gach Kesari Yoga is in play. Mars is debilitated and in retro. Okay. And your sixth Lord is going bang opposite to itself. And it is in the enemy sign in Satabisha Nakshatra in your case. See, sixth house is how you will see your competition and how you're going to be cracking your examination and stuff. Currently, you're running through your Mercury Dasha. And, as you said that you've been facing trouble since Feb 23. Actually, in Feb 23, started with Rahu Antardasha, my friend. Rahu sitting in the 8th for you in the sign of Libra. By the way, now that I see that Rahu is in Libra, um, I would just in general be cautious about your marriage as well, okay? But we will not discuss that for now. I know I typically have taught you guys to see from the seventh house, but uh, Libra's sign is also important for us to take a note of. Now, see, from a Dasha perspective, you are running this till September of 2025, okay? And this doesn't mean that the entire period is going to be tough. Um, However, I think, yeah, until October of this year, 2024, it's a little bit challenging, my friend, because your Ketu Pratyantar is also going on within Rahu. Okay. So it's going to be a bit challenging. However, let's see, Venus is the Lord of third and eighth, and it is going in 10th. Okay. So if I find a good possibility of success for you coming in between 5th of October till end of Feb. Okay, Yesha. So if your outcome is somewhere expected post 4th or 5th of October, or actually assume post first week of October, then your chances are very high and very good. And the reason is that your eighth lord is going into 10th. Okay, three places away. If you've put in the right hard work, if you've studied hard at home in isolation, that should culminate into results. And Venus is sitting there. Okay, so since this is CA, I would like to see planets like Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and placement of Mercury is also pretty interesting for you. It's the seventh lord going into 11th. But more importantly, Sun. See, Sun is sitting in a difficult situation along with Saturn there, right? But it is at least aspecting its own house, and Venus is the pratyantar that you will be going through the period that you're telling me, Yesha. So that gives me a a very positive vibe to begin with. And especially within that, yes, if the outcome is expected before November, before first week of November, and after, or rather from second week of October to November, is a good period for you, my friend. So may Shiv G be with you, and I hope you crack this, Yesha, because I see the possibility of positive vibes in your chart. Okay, very positive vibes. Moon is debilitated, that's a challenge. Mars is debilitated, but that debilitated Mars is aspecting Saturn and Sun as well. So, and it is in retro. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I see positive outcomes from this, Yesha. So, best of luck to you. Thank you, people who are dialing in and joining the session. Pratyush Kumar Sena, my friend, this contribution is not required at all. Please do not contribute into anything in terms of fan funding. In this channel, I typically do not do this thing. What you can explore is being a member, because this is something we do as a members reading, where members can ask their questions that they have doubts and who are not able to afford personal reading. It is a more affordable option for them to pursue, and we provide two readings in a month on a weekends basis, so you can watch it. The idea is for you to see in what's happening, so that it gives you confidence if you want to explore, but please do not contribute anything, it's not needed. Okay. uh, Roberto, I'll pick up on the question. Roberto, I hope your daughter is recovering well from the predictions that we had made last time. Please don't call me Guruji, just call me Dev. I'm no guru, man. I'm in my 30s, I'm a young guy. um and I'm just self-taught, so it's so very kind and generous of you to talk in this way, but it's definitely not needed. I'm no guru. Okay, I'm a normal human, and I don't want to get that in my head. Okay. There's just one guru, it's Shiva or anybody else. Okay, I'm your friend here. So let the Krishna energy be there. uh, I'll pick up the question of second mother to you. Okay, December 1st, 1944. 1st of December 1944. This is very interesting. It's going to be interesting. 7:13 a.m. Seattle. So what's the question? Her health and longevity. She has issues with her leg and blood. How do Roberto, I have okay. So I gosh, she has most of her planets sitting in second and eighth. I usually do not prefer talking about longevity. Okay, so I'll give a couple of indicators and I will let you decide. And because um, Roberto, I know many astrologers do that. I understand the construct as to how it works, but um, somewhere somebody reached out to me for a personal consultation for the birth time of their child. I'm not very comfortable doing these kind of things. I know there is a lot of excitement about people exploring these kind of stuff these days, but personally, I'm not overjoyed when we try to go overboard in terms of such kind of exploration. So I will give you some indicators, right? Sun and Mars is sitting in her lagna. She is a Scorpio ascendant with Mars being combust there under the Sun. Both of them, of course, aspect in the seventh house. Ketu, Mercury, and Venus are sitting in the second house. Mercury has the lowest degree there, okay? And second house is going to be that of Jupiter, which is sitting in the 11th. So Jupiter is the marka in this case, okay? And Venus is also a marka sitting 8th to itself. So long life possibility will be there, okay? Then the 8th house has Saturn in retro with Rahu and Moon. And Saturn in retro, I don't recollect if I taught you guys about a retrograde Saturn in my videos or retrograde planets in the 8th. But she would have had some kind of a yoga of some marriage related conflicts, or getting married to a already married person, or herself having a second marriage, and those kind of things would have happened in her chart, but we will not go in that direction right now. Two things important to note. One of the markas is Venus, which is sitting eighth to itself in the second house. The other bit is that the second marka, or the second house marka, is sitting in the 11th house, in the house of gains. The third thing is that the lord of eighth is sitting in seventh to itself in the second house. She will be bestowed with a long life, okay? But the critical periods for her to note will be the ones that are running within these dashas of marka, and she's gone into the dasha of Venus, which is the marka dasha, okay? Within this, the most critical uh, antardashas for her are going to be the ones of Rahu. Rahu is in the eighth, and that period is from 2028. The other period is that of Saturn as well, which is in retro, and that is coming a while later. So you might want to check the dasha period as well. And last but not the least, Jupiter will actually not have such a ruthless impact in her life, in my perspective. Whilst Rahu, Jupiter, and Saturn, they are the dashas that are flowing in like back to back starting from 2028. Okay, I see. Um, yeah, I see these as the main high risk periods for her. And the other bit that you might want to note is that Pratyantar dashas of even a Mars, other than Saturn and Rahu, even Mars Pratyantar dasha could be critical. Um, just be watchful during those periods as well. That's my only call out. Uh, yeah, and I will not comment further than that, Roberto. I'm not comfortable making remarks further than that about longevity and age. Okay, so I hope that gives you clarity, and you've got the answer that you're seeking. All right. Rama, good to see you again, man. I'm so glad. Rama had joined us in August, and he is also one of our new members. And let's see what question does he have. So, Ram, you've not put in your birth details, and I don't store anybody's birth details at my end. All right, you've put it later. Got it. Uh, March 9th, March 2000. 23:44. All right. So coming back to Ram's question, Dave, you had previously analyzed my Dasamsa and mentioned that I would do much better than my peers. I'm wondering if that specifically applies to acting. I would really like your analysis on my D3 chart. You mentioned you couldn't see much for MMA, but I believe I have real talent for it. Okay. Let me just quickly look at your D1 as well once more, because of simply forgotten your chart. Ketu is sitting in your third. Okay. Not that Ketu will not give that strength to fight. I didn't mean that, but then the third lord is in debilitation in itself. It is getting niche banga though, because it is getting in conjunction with Moon, and it is going four places to itself. Um, and it is going into the sixth house. Okay. um, got it. I understand your chart now. So now let me quickly look into the Shudashtak Varga charts. So you want to get into MMA? I kind of remember you discussing about it, but your D3 has Jupiter as the Lagna and is going sixth. Interesting. In conjunction with Saturn. Mars is in its own sign. Okay. Moon is that of Aries. So that's also interesting. I now understand why you're asking me to look at your D3 chart. Okay. So I get that perspective. But see, this to me shows. See, when I look at the D1, right, the challenge is with Ketu's presence, some introvertness might kick in, and I was trying to see that from a strength perspective too. But the Saturn is debilitated there. I know it is getting niche bhanga, and when it is coming in D3, yes, along with Jupiter, it does promise in the house of fights, putting in efforts. Mars in itself is in its own sign and giving the aspect to the third. I hate this when I have to say these kind of things. See, Ram, from this chart, it definitely shows an interest that you might have. Okay, but success in my mind is very hard to promise in that direction, because see, at D10 your Mars is getting niche bhanga, but it is getting debilitated. Saturn is getting exalted, yes, in conjunction with Sun. So you see, you are going to do well in your career, that is for sure. Okay, but the problem is that, and you're going to be very proactive about your stuff as well. I see that too. Jupiter is exalted in a very good place. You see, your D10 last time also I mentioned is a very good D10. It's a very strong D10. I like it, but I would ideally want you to focus. And somewhere I feel you are not there. I mean, you might be doing some bodybuilding kind of activities. Yes, that might give you satisfaction. See, bodybuilding is one thing, but going into a complete martial art form, um, Mars is going third to itself from that angle as well. Um, and where is Mercury? Mercury is coming 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, and here if I see, Mercury is not getting directional strength. Okay, D10. Mercury is coming and sitting in. Was I think last time also I mentioned this to you, Ram. Instead of pulling up a profession which requires you all this fighting and stuff, you could be a good bodybuilder. Don't get me wrong, Ram. But you getting into MMA, I see possibility of your peers. Last time I said that professionally you're going to do better than your peers. It was probably yes. I would have commented specifically on acting and stuff, because in MMA field I see you getting beaten badly. Okay, and the reason I say that is that Bahubala support is not coming in. Even the third lord of D3 is also going to 12th. I'm not saying you're going to die fighting. I'm not saying that. By the way, it's a beautiful thing to die fighting, but I mean in some other sense, okay? But not inside the ring. I'm not saying that. But bro, I I think the choice that you're trying to make between acting and MMA, I think that bodybuilding attribute is there. You must push for acting much more if those are the two elements that you're looking for. If those are the two elements that you're looking for. And let me try doing this. I'm still reading some stuff, but let me try and see from a trine of Rahu, Mars is sitting. That is showing the interest. See, I'm not confident of making that kind of a prediction because I'm still studying something. Okay, I'm in a mode of research and educating myself, so I don't want to jump into conclusion. But Mars is getting in trine with Rahu for you. Okay, that could be another reason that you have this interest in MMA and stuff. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever I read and understand right now from Vedic astrology principles and perspectives, and after seeing your D3 as well, um, see the Jupiter going in sixth, it will want to address conflicts or it will get into conflict situation, and maybe that could be the trigger. But instead of that, you must explore. You should. By the way, coming back, see my recommendation will be. Okay, let me look into the dashas as well for once. Let me just do that too. Surya Dasha is going on because it's your career thing that you're worried. So I'm also getting a little worried about you, right? So um, Jupiter is coming to an end in December, and then Saturn will get started. Boss, next 1 year I definitely don't see success in this. I'm telling you beforehand. You can give it a shot. You will get validation. Bodybuilding you can continue and do, and rather prepare yourself harder for your acting gig that you've been worried about. Post an year, you might find some success actually in that space, Rama. So or you say you have real talent. So sorry, man. I can see your messages. I'm so sorry, bro. You know what? Don't let a bloody astrologer tell you anything about it. If your heart gives you that calling, see, I'm saying yoga is there, but success. Please understand. See, I have yoga in my chart to be a very strong technical person, and I'm an engineer by qualification and stuff. But I'm doing much better in a sales role in a technology company versus being a software developer myself. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not because I'm a Scorpio ascendant and my Mars is placed in a certain direction or Saturn has a certain position and Rahu is also aspecting my 10th that I should just think about technical profession. I have to understand the placement of my labhesh which is coming into lagna, and it is a Mercury, so it makes me behave in a certain way, and that's why communication, that's why sales, that's why meeting customers and travel becomes critical for my business or my livelihood. You have to understand it the same way. Yes, yoga is there, your interest will be there, sat, but being good at it and making money out of it. See, Mercury is the planet which is making you do that. Okay. So you might want to explore and think about it. However, if you strongly believe, let Dave or anybody else be not a detriment. Go for your calling. Okay. You will get the answers. Next 1 year, you will find the answer because Saturn Antardasha is going on from December. You will figure out what I'm trying to say. If not, I will be really, really pleased that, I'm wrong. Why I'm saying this? Not trying to be humble on screen. um, I have a similar dream in my life. Okay, to challenge the prarabdha, and I'm teaching everyone how we have to face the prarabdha. But I have a similar thought process. And remember, in my ninth lord or third lord video, I said third house is your hard work, which aspects your destiny, which is your ninth house, and same is the vice versa case. So try and shape your destiny and fortune with your hard work. If you can do that, that's always a possibility, but it looks tough to me. For now, I'll leave it at that. I've taken more time than I had planned, but I get worried with certain questions, so I will go into the next one now. But I hope that answers your question. And I see a couple of new members have joined in, guys. Welcome to devastrology. Yesha has joined today, so has Harsha. And I see a lot of my old regular viewers coming in, but I see Aditya, KVC, Gurukul, Anshuman Day also joining in. Dev Astrology. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being a member. We are a very live community. We do two readings for the members every month, and with the membership, you get access to two questions in a month that can be addressed for you. And this is a very small forum. It is not the larger live free reading that we do, because we are able to spend more cohesively time within a smaller set of people, and hopefully that helps. Okay, so thank you for your trust and faith in me, and thank you for joining the session. We will pick up the next question now. um, which is, I'll just update the chart. Yeah. So the next question is, we picked up Yesha, we did Roberto, we did Rama. Akshita Kohli is here. Okay, Akshita has. Akshita, is that you who was pinging me on this thing and I was not able to revert, man? I replied to you 3 4 times, but I think there was some date of birth problem that we had last time. I'm glad to hear that your mother is already come out of it. But by the way, the screenshot of the chart of your mom that you sent to me, it very clearly indicated that she has to be a teacher. I think in her lagna there is some conjunction of Jupiter and something. I'm forgetting. My mom has that conjunction too, and my mom was a teacher all her life, so I completely could resonate with that. Okay, let me quickly make the chart here, New Delhi. But I'm so glad if some positive news has come in the last 2 weeks for you, Akshita. um, what do you mean by analyze your chart? Akshita, there has to be a very specific question that I need to answer here. I cannot do a complete chart reading. Like, I can't do a complete chart reading, but I can answer, because I had promised you, I distinctly remember I had promised you to answer something with respect to your mom. I will answer you that bit, okay? So, yes, she has Jupiter and Mars in Gemini ascendant in the Lagna. That is the screenshot that you sent to me. So, teaching profession, obviously, Mercury, Lagna Lord is sitting in the second, so it makes a good Dhan Yoga as well. Uh, Third bit is the legal battle from a sixth house perspective. Saturn is sitting in her 10th, and it is aspecting the seventh. So it also tells you some of the challenges that she would have faced with respect to her marriage. Mars is directly aspecting from the Lagna, and so is Saturn. So there is an aspect of two malefics into that. Jupiter is a savior at least, but two very strong malefics are aspecting her seventh house. And then Moon is in 11th, which is aspecting her fifth. That also gives an indication towards her love and care to the kid. And then Venus and Rahu combination in the 12th house in second number. So yeah, just career. Okay, I think you are trying to rephrase now and change the direction. Akshita, last time we talked about your chart, and I'll just quickly give an indication for her legal problems. Okay, and if you have second question around career and stuff, please frame a very specific question and then come. Else, it's a waste of time for everyone. Because in snapshot reading, we cannot be analyzing a career analysis and then giving a detailed answer. But here is what I'm going to tell you: legal battles will be problem for her. Okay, the best way for her to escape would be detachment or just letting things go. Do not fight the battle head on herself. The sixth lord is coming into Lagna as well in her case. Now, I can't see the dashas with the snapshot that you've sent to me, screenshot. marriage was bad. I already predicted all that stuff, right? I told you that how her seventh aspect is getting seventh house is getting aspected with malefic, so marriage would have been tough. I already told you that. And seventh lord is also coming and sitting in lagna, right? So ego problems with respect to this thing have to, like, there has to be some submission, which I don't know was there or not. But Ketu is in sixth here, okay? uh, One part is Ketu is in Scorpio in sixth, which is a good, very very good thing. But at the end of the day, the Ketu says that, it'll fight a hard battle and it wants to imagine Ashoka's situation after the battle of Kalinga. That's exactly what this Ketu does in sixth. So I will say, uh, I will say that please ask her to do whatever legally, documentarily is available with her to put up a fight. But do not get too, see, this is the most difficult thing, do not get too attached to that fight. Like, see this from a separative perspective, that yes, this, like a third person view, that yes, this battle is going on, but I have to remain focused in whatever is happening in life. If that is how she works, she will overcome every battle. But the moment she gets indulged into those battles and gets too involved, which is the hardest thing to do, okay, to not be involved, is when she will find a problem. Okay. Now, I've answered that bit that we had discussed. You had not put a specific question. I know you're asking the career question. 2 weeks from now, we will again do another reading. Akshita, there are many people. Since you've been like pinging me constantly non-stop, and I wanted to be respectful to answer that bit, I address this question. Let's pick up the second question on career very specifically that you put in the next reading, and we'll address that. Okay. Let's pick up questions of the other people who have also joined, and there are a bunch of new people. We need to respect that too. They are just as new as you, Akshita, if not 2 weeks old. I know this is the second reading for you, so there's some bit, but this is the best we can do for now. Okay, I'll have to jump into the other folks. All right, now I see Sam's question. I need to pick that question. Sam, thank you for being a member and joining. We will pick one question from each person. So picking up Sam's question now. Uh, Sam's date of birth is 16/12/1980. 16/12/1980. 2:55 a.m. Durban. 2:55 a.m. Durban. All right. Will my sister's finances? See, this is the example of a very specific question. Your third house has Sun and Mars. It's in the sign of Sagittarius, and Jupiter is going 10 places away from itself, sitting in conjunction with Saturn in the expenses. Okay, so yes, she might be draining on expenses. Okay. And very specifically this year, actually, she's been facing some financial troubles since 2022, later half of 2022. I can tell you that. And very specifically, Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. She will find she'll find relief post. Um, excuse me. She'll find relief post June of 2025. From June onwards, things. Sorry about this. Will improve. There will be some period of improvement with her own efforts, own fight that she's going to put between October to December as well. 2 months, like, she'll find some rhythm, but again, there will be some lack of peace from Jan to May of 2025. But post that, I think once June 2025 comes into play, I think she will be in a much better situation financially, and she will come out of whatever issues she's having right now. Sam, this year, I just told you, couple of months will be where she fights, and maybe get support from you as well in that fight somehow, like you assist her or help her as well. I see that possibility as well. But It will not be a permanent relief. She will get, Rahu is in 10th, good position, but it is in the sign of Cancer. So it's not easy. And plus, it is aspecting Moon as well. She'll still be stressed. Okay. She'll still be stressed. But things will get better in 2025 for her. Okay. So she should come out of it at that point in time. Sam, I hope that answers your question, and gives you clarity. We've taken up Akshita's question. Ram has been answered. Harsha is a new member, and we are going to answer Harsha's question now. So, guys, we have to be as succinct and specific and direct as Sam was. And that was a very beautiful way to articulate his question. Okay, 5th of Feb 2004. 5th of Feb 2004. 1832 Bangalore. I'm gonna pick Bangalore urban. Okay. All right. So, you are specifically talking about your medicine as a career. One very good thing I observe in your chart is you are Cancer Lagna, and Moon in your Lagna, and Moon is in your Moon chart, and Lagna chart are identical. Beautiful, man. That's a Raj Yoga in itself. Okay, then Mars and Rahu sitting in conjunction in 10th. Boy, both of those planets are getting. See, it's an Angarak Yoga. Okay, but the conjunction is not a tight one. Um, Beautiful chart, man. You are going to build a home in a foreign country. I can tell you right here, right now. Yeah, you're going to build a home in your home foreign country, and you will get. I can predict with a lot of confidence. You will get married also in Saturn Antardasha or Pratyantardasha. Okay. Now, specifically with respect to your career profession, with respect to medicine, yes, it could be a very good choice. You're studying medicine because your sixth lord is going 9 places away. So it is like, if you watched that video, you would have understood what I'm trying to say here. Going 9 places away in retrograde, it is having an aspect to your or presence to your lagna as well. So medicine is yes. Plus, I believe your father or families, it should be having some linkage into the medical business, medical profession. Okay, so that's going to happen, I think. A marriage, boss, by the way, I cannot just so sorry, man. I just, the moment I see that exalted Venus in that seventh house, boss, you please be a bit careful about your marriage. Okay, it's, by the way, it's, just be watchful about your relationships, Harsha, because they are going to cause a lot of problems. I'm so sorry I had to say this, but it's shouting out so loud that I cannot escape. Anyways, coming back to the career bit, medicine, yes, it's going to do pretty well for you. You should start with job. Maybe your father, maybe your family, your mom also, that's also a possibility, could be in the profession of medicine. um, and that's definitely going to be there. Yes, Jupiter's aspect on Angaraka Yoga, aspect is not on Angaraka Yoga, it is on 10th. Okay, so that aspect is good. It's going to keep any negative effects of that Rahu on check. Mars is further getting impetus. Very good for you, boss. Um, Sun is getting natural debilitation. But Sun and Moon are bang opposite, so the luminaries are going to be shining. Moon is not an Amavasya, which is a good thing. And I think you are born in a very good period. I need to look into the Panchang as well, but I think you should be on the Shukla Paksha side, if I'm not wrong, in terms of my assessment, just by seeing your chart. So some of these things are extraordinarily strong for you. Start with a job in your medicine profession, and then you find a move, and you will have absolute clarity. I can clearly see it from your chart. You will have absolute clarity as to what you want to do. So I don't even need to get into the details of that prediction. But my urge to you will be this. And Ketu is coming. Okay, my friend Harsha. Ketu is coming soon for you. Sanatani Joe, I know you are the oldest and the first member of the channel. I'm just going in the similar order, and there are, the channel has expanded. More people have come in, so I'm just taking few minutes, and I see I'm taking longer than I had planned for each question, but I'll just continue with the flow. Okay, I'll be coming to you pretty soon. So, Arsha, just be watchful during that period. Watch my Ketu Mahadasha video, and you might want to consider somewhere surgical profession as well. Okay, within medicine you might want to think about it. But from a career perspective, start with job first. Okay, start with an employment in a hospital to begin with, before you make a switch to your own business or running your own chain or something of that sort. Okay, so with that, Harsha, thank you for joining in, and thank you for being a part of the channel. Remedy you asked, one most important remedy in your case would be, yeah, um, actually, you know what? For this period, continue until Ketu hits. Just continue with your regular life. Everything is okay. Don't worry. Don't overeat. Vaid, thank you for joining in the channel, and I'll take up your question now. 9 to 2000. Um, 11:40 a.m. Mail Mumbai. 11:40 a.m. Mail Mumbai is the birthplace. Mumbai, Maharashtra. All right. So the question is, I'm working in US firm in real estate firm now. Already 150% hike in this new real startup company. I'm civil engineering. Interview was fab. So what is the question? Kindly give me any essential remedies from your answer to increase the finance. Worried about finances. Okay, worried about finances. Why are you worried about finances? Mercury Dasha is going on. So you are an Aries ascendant. Okay, where is the Mercury? Mercury sitting in 11th. This is the period of gains for you, boss. This is the period of gains for you. Do not be worried. Okay, one second. And your grains are going to amplify post November. Even though this Saturn is debilitated, your gains will amplify because it is coming in Lagna. Natural Nij Bhang is coming for this Saturn. Okay, natural Nij Bhang is coming in, and I think more than finances, you should be worried about your expenses, man. Like your natural tendency to spend money. You are a spendthrift by nature, Ved. Okay, so you are looking for this thing. 1 second, 150% hike. 1 second. Rahu. See, period is there for you. You are in Jupiter Antardasha, and then more importantly, in Mercury, you are having Saturn Antardasha. Uh, I'm not sure because see, Nij Bhanga is happening. It's not that cancel of debilitation 100% is there. So that is something you have to. But I like when Nij Bhanga happens. Okay, because niche planets, they tend to give much stronger results in my mind when compared to exalted planets, because they come with a pain. I see this thing materializing. This is Saturn, so it could be a little early as well. And the reason I say early is because big moving planets tend to start showing the results few weeks in advance. But in your case, this Saturn is transiting in the house, in the 11th house for you. Number one. Okay. Then Jupiter is in the second house. So from transit positions perspective, things are looking very, very good. Mars is in the third house. So period is excellent from transit perspective. But your dasha gives a much stronger push. Yeah, see, from November onwards. So where that's my indication that from November, during November period or post November onwards is where I see much stronger push for you. Um, One thing is for sure, boss, you need to do some kind of start having gloves, long. If you don't understand that, Start eating cloves every day in the morning. Simplest remedy. Okay. If people want to jump into remedies in terms of food and stuff, that's why I wanted to give. But if you really want to do something, help people, any kind of help. Yes, Saturn demands help to elders in the society, community, and stuff. But you offer health of any kind, any shape and form, it is going to be so wonderful for your chart, because you will be addressing that niche bhanga, and you will be making it stronger. Mm. And thoda na, you need to become detached from the outcomes. But Mercury is, Mahadasha is going on, going 6th to 6th, in the 11th house. Beautiful, yaar. That's a, you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient for next couple of months. Things should pan out for you much better. Why? That's all I will say for now. You are running through a period of gains. Okay, but the reason I'm saying is, you would say that Dave, Jupiter is also helping me, and Saturn is also helping me, and I'm going through Rahu Antardasha within Jupiter Pratyantar. Why are you recommending till November? Because Saturn is also the lord of your 10th, not just your lord of gains. That's the reason. Even though it is debilitated, it will still help you out within Mercury. Okay, that is the reason. All right. Now we will jump on to the next question. Monica is here, and let's take Yesha. Sorry, I did not realize you're a female. I'm so sorry, and thank you for calling that out. Next time, when you have your next question in the next one, we'll take care of it. Okay, your marriage related thing and relationship related thing. All right, Monica, female, 2 a.m. Place of birth is Jaipur, Rajasthan. 2 a.m. Jaipur, Rajasthan. Question is, I wonder if I'll be able to get to the current job or not. I want to go where I should, but I'm not able to. Okay, higher education is delayed in your chart. Okay, Saturn is delaying that in your chart, and yeah, your mind is going to be thinking abroad. Moon is sitting with Jupiter in your 12th house, and you will have deep interest in terms of quitting your job. Like, very clearly, you are right in your question also, because your Moon Dasha has just started. Saturn shows delays in your chart, buddy, Monica, and better this delay be in education than childbirth or romance or anything else. Okay, because it has to give some effect. It will cause some issues in the marriage as well. Just to let you know, I'm not saying it will break or anything. It will be good. Okay, you will get, it will be a good marriage, but the Saturn could bring in some delays. Okay, or it could bring in some arguments and problems as well from that angle too. But coming back to your core question, that whether or not will you get out of your current job, uh, let me just do a double click of this dasha period. August. Huh, actually till October mid you have a good chance. You should put a fight towards that. You have a decent chance. Like this period that you're running this month, even the transit one is in your 6th. So efforts in that direction are going to help you. And where is your Mercury? Mercury is sitting in 4th. Yeah, if not, you know what? You don't worry. You just keep fighting hard. Okay, you just keep fighting hard. You will get interviews and stuff lined up. Maybe your joining or actual resignation could happen in December or something, because Ketu is also kicking in, and Ketu is giving an aspect to your 6th. Yeah, and Venus is in Lagna debilitated. Okay, Venus से period बाद आ रहा है, Mercury Lagna Lord 4th में. boss, you are running through a period where you can actually make a change in job. That period is definitely running, but it is Saturn, so it will make you work hard for it. Okay, there's no remedy for it. You will have to work hard for it, but that period is running. Education, I see it as delayed, my friend Monica. I don't see a possibility, at least immediately. But you will gain going abroad. Okay, so consider that in your lifetime, that how do you travel abroad and do stay away from your place. That will be good for you. I hope that answers your question, Monica. Pratyush Kumar, I already thanked you before, and I will now move on to um, Preeti Singh. Hi Preeti, hope you're doing well. Guys, Preeti has some very similar placements like mine, and every time I do this stupid joke that when Preeti comes online, I shout Preeti. It reminds me of that movie. She's very young. She's like a younger sister, and I love uh, the questions that she puts into the chat. Sorry, Preeti, I keep pulling you, but every time I read your name, I just can see this. And since Preeti is from Lucknow, which is my neighboring city, that is where more affection for Preeti. All right, kiddo, we'll go with your question. Um, you are in constant fear of you losing your job, and you live alone in Hyderabad. Do you see any financial turbulence in near future? Mohit Sharma, boss, these contributions and this thing is not needed. I don't know why did you make that. This people are you have to be a member for this particular stuff. This is a members reading. It is very clearly mentioned, and I clearly called out multiple times in the chart in the channel that contributions are not needed. So this is only for members, and members' questions are taken in this reading. Okay, so just wanted to be clear. All right. So Preeti, what? Where did I lose her? Huh. So Preeti, that is because of the sun. I don't know. You've started doing the remedy we discussed in the last live reading. I hope you've started offering arg to sun. I did that before coming into this reading myself. Okay. I took shower and I was ready early in the morning, but I don't know why am I having this headache today. It's my monthly migraines, I guess. My monthly migraines. Um, but see, expenses will be there, but I don't want you to be worried. You are going through uh, Mercury period, Mercury Mahadasha, Mercury Antardasha as well, and Venus is in gains in sixth. Man, you and I have so many similarities in our charts. But don't be worried. Don't be worried. At least till 30th of October, don't be worried. I can't get into Ashtak Vargas right now, but I just want to look into your Mars. Mars is also coming 7th to itself, and it is the 11 lords, 6th to itself. Okay, 12th. Okay. So, and Moon is also in 12th. Yeah, see, stress will be there. Okay, stress will be there, but don't be worried because I do not see any loss of job immediately for you. Definitely not till 30th of October. That's definitely not going to be there. Um, and in yeah, don't worry. See, I'll tell you why this fear is coming in your head. Mars is solely moving towards its debilitation. Stress will continue coming in once Mars moves out of Gemini as well. See, Lagna Lord has gone into eighth, right? So unnecessary thoughts, fears, and then it is moving towards its sign of debilitation as well. All that will be there. But don't worry, I do not see a negative period immediately in terms of loss of job. And I don't want you to be worried about a very small risk period because it's not worth worrying. Okay, you focus on the remedy that I told you. You focus on that discipline, Preeti. You are going to do pretty well. All right. uh, Do Hanuman Chalisa. Priti, I hope you're listening to this. Please start doing Hanuman Chalisa for Scorpio ascendants. It's very important that we focus on that direction. Every day, offer Ark to Surya and then do Hanuman Chalisa. Very important. All right. Monica's question I have already answered. Monica, I told you you hate your current job and all that stuff. We've answered that question. Now we're coming to our legend, Sanatani Joe. Sanatani Joe, guys, is the first two members, actually the first two members who joined literally together uh, this channel on the day I announced the membership. One of them was Sanatani Joe. Literally, it was in a fraction of seconds, and he's the oldest regular member. It's been about 4 or 5 months since we've had this thing in place. Um, and Sanatani Joe has been doing personal consultation one to one with me as well in parallel. And boss, everybody needs to congratulate him. He has cracked the new job. So good, Sanatani Joe. That's what we were planning all this time, and I feel very happy for him. Um, and I've never seen him in person. He and we've spoken multiple of times over phone, and he's been a regular member here. But there's I am realizing I'm slowly getting to build a bond with you guys. You are like my core members. You come and meet me twice a month. It's very positive feeling to see you guys around. So and Sanatani Joe, I hope you had a chance to watch the 11th Lord video. When I was doing that recording, and 11th house, four planets of yours coming into the 11th house, that is exactly what resonated whilst I was recording. I was thinking of you, man. I was like, when Sanatani Joe watches this, he might be able to resonate with this a lot more. Um, but I think from a next 3 to 5 months perspective, and we discussed that I think last month when you did the personal reading again with me. But see, the next period, specifically post November, okay, specifically post November is going to be much 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 better, because you are going to get a lot of grip in your expenses as well. Okay, you are going to get a lot of grip on your expenses, and next 2 months you might be making spending, and this but overall, from a profession standpoint, Rahu's aspecting that sixth, so it's a good period. I told you also, I think, in your reading. So Rahu is aspecting that sixth. It's a good period. Do not be worried. Plus, Rahu is the lord of that sixth as well, right? Along with your Saturn, and both of them are aspecting it. So from that perspective, I'm not too worried. But I'm just worried that you might be making some spendings, and maybe, I don't know, the festive season is coming, and that is why it is showing. But you seem to be making some good amount of money spent right now, and that will come in control as well post the second week of November, and all the way till December. Then you will be in a much better spot, Sanatani Joe. So I see, I don't see any worries here. I think you are in a good space, and I'm so very glad that 2 weeks later now, I hope you've cracked the numbers and stuff that we were discussing. So wish you luck, man, and do well in your new job. And Sanatani Joe, just to let everybody know here, he has cracked his selection in one of the biggest, um, like I keep everything hidden, but it's privileged information. But the guy has cracked in one of the biggest firms globally, and a very prestigious job. And I think he deserves all the success. He's been fighting hard for it. He's been fighting against his combust Jupiter and whatnot. So yeah, kudos to you, man. And it's not astrology. It doesn't. It's pure hard work, and your planning, learning to rule your planets. That's the best thing. So I'm glad you could move in that direction. All right, Roberto's question has already been addressed. Rama Bhupati's question has already been taken. Anshuman Day seems, yes, Anshuman Day seems to be a new person in the as a member here. So Anshuman, welcome to the channel. 28th 12 1983, 1930, Ani Hati. Bengal. Okay. And Anshuman, I'm assuming that you've put in your question somewhere down. I'll just quickly scroll through. Okay, so question is that will I get settled in career in order to get married? If yes, who tells you? Why do you even assume a negative that you will not get settled? See, when multiple are there in one house, yes, it brings in challenges. But also your Saturn is exalted. Okay. Yes, sitting with moon, stress is there. But your Saturn is, first of all, you will own a very good house. Okay. My friend, you've come and trusted me and come to this channel, so I can tell you, uh, you are going to do pretty well in life. And this channel, we are going to look into the positive aspects of life. Okay, to begin with. So forget any negative aspect. You are going to do pretty well. This exalted Saturn is going to give you a good home. And you, yes, you will do better in your career with respect to job when compared to business. Okay, job is heavy in your chart, number one. Now your question is settlement, so I'm assuming that you are facing struggle with respect to that. Arey yaar. Ketu Antardasha is going on, but that's why I was saying that why such a negative question. Now I understand. Okay, Saturn Ketu. I have not made a Saturn Mahadasha video. I have made a Ketu Mahadasha video, not Saturn yet. I have to do Mahadasha videos in September. Yeah, man. Stop stressing out about all negatives. I know there are a bunch of negatives. Maybe your personal life is also not going well because it is in conjunction with Venus. Ketu is in conjunction with Venus. Okay, and that's a long term problem, and we need to discuss that in detail some other time. Maybe I need to make a video to make a larger impact so that more people can benefit out of it. But stick around here. You have to fight until May of 2025. It is a tough period until then. I do not have a remedy in terms of you escaping it. Okay, from your job perspective also you might find that struggle because it is the antardasha within Saturn. First and foremost, please start praying to Ganesh ji. Do some fasting on Wednesdays. You have to become spiritual. There is that you have to become spiritual. That's why you've joined this channel as well. You might have found something about some statement I would have made, and that's why you're here. I'm 100% sure, because my Ketu right now is in transiting in the house of gains. Okay, from 11th. I'm a Scorpio ascendant. Most of the people know it. So because it is there, majority of my audience that has joined me came from my Ketu Mahadasha video, or they were in Ketu Mahadasha or Ketu Antardasha, who've become regular audience. Either they have done paid consultations, they are regular audience or something. So what I'm trying to tell you is that all this works even at a mass level. In your case, that is the trouble. And I was like, why is this guy asking such a question with an exalted Saturn? Because it's a beautiful placement, man. Your chart is a very powerful and positive one. So don't let anybody tell you that you need, like, things are not working out or whatever. But boss, this period is very, very tough for you. Yeah, I know already 40 department got that is all Ketu, boss. See, it is coming into your place. uh, it is coming into your life, into your shape and form in this way. But this battle is going to continue till May. I can't, I'll be lying uh, if I tell you that do something or this or that, and then there is no escape, man. You have to go through this battle. And I had a meeting. Let me just respond to somebody. I was not expecting that this will continue this long. Oh boy. Pawan, if you're watching this video right now, you know why I'm not able to meet you. I had to interview somebody, okay, for my channel, to get support. Bro, I'm just stuck here. So I'll, maybe if you, I don't know if he's watching or not. Let me just reply to him here. 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second, because I like to be honorable of my time and others' time too. So, and I'm late by a few minutes. All right, so at least I've informed the guy that why I'm not able to come into the meeting. Okay, so let's continue quickly, guys. So Anshuman, and apologies guys for that hold, but I just wanted to make sure that the other person is aware. Okay, so Anshuman, man, this period you have to fight it out, bro, and settlement will be there. Your 10th lord is sorry, your 7th lord is exalted, 8th lord is exalted. Financially you will do pretty well. See, delay is another thing. Delay is coming in, and there has been a lot of stress also and all those things, because 6th house is so hyperactive that it is impacting that 7th. It's the hyperactivity. But but marriage, all I will say is Venus Ketu is in conjunction. Okay, romance would have never brewed for you. You would have loved a woman, she would not have. Yeah. See, that's another thing. Not just Saturn, Moon is also debilitated in Navamsa. Okay, Moon is also debilitated. So I don't want to speak too much in a public forum. Uh, but yeah, fight these 5 6 months out. We are going to do this together as a team, and we'll figure this out. But you have to start doing Ganesh Puja and Wednesday fasting. Okay. All right. We'll now jump on to the next questions. I see bunch of people have joined in the membership today, so that's very kind of you guys to explore. I'm taking up the next question of Gurukul. Gurukul. Okay, Gurukul. And the question is 30th August 1984. 30th August 1984. 1645 Singapore. 1645 Singapore. All right. So the question is, I'm a new mom with 6 month old baby. Wonder how my life is going to pan out from here in terms of career and wealth. All right. Uh, this is snapshot, so you've got to make very specific questions. Gurukul, first of all, thank you for joining in and having faith in me, and I really appreciate that. But you've got to be very specific with respect to questions. However, since you've asked about your overall financial status, see, lifelong your financial status is going to remain good. Venus, yes, it is sitting in debilitated, I understand that, but it is the lord of your second and your 10th coming into the ninth house. Okay, you will be fortunate, you will be lucky, your child will be fortunate to you. This kid is going to be very very fortunate for you, because Venus is going 5 places away from itself, from 5th to ninth. This child is also going to make a big name for himself or herself. Big name. Okay, I'm telling you right here right now, gains will be there. Yeah. Another thing is your Lagna Lord is exalted in the 10th house in conjunction with Moon. You have this habit of taking stress, ma'am. You got to figure this out. This stressful attitude or overthinking attitude is not good, because you got to trust your chart. It's a very, very good chart, with respect to being fortunate, with respect to having a good career, with respect to having good growth. See, Moon coming in 10th, typically, see, Saturn is exalted, it is getting directional strength. That is a very good thing for you. But the problem with this Moon is that it will bring in a lot of hustle. It'll, like, every few months or years you will have to switch a job. So find a business, or find a profession rather, find a profession that gives you either that travel, or if the with the kid, if travel is of course not possible, then find a profession that gives you ability to switch things frequently. Like within the same firm, you are in HR, then you move into sales, then you move in. So explore those kind of things in your career. That is going to be very very important. Even doing any kind of um, traditional food business, traditional food items and stuff, side hustle kind of a thing, is going to be super good for you. You'll make extra money out of it. Wealth and career, You do not worry, you are sorted, you are going to be lucky, things are automatically going to be working for you. And when you come into the next session, I want you to be asking very specific questions around certain areas so that I can give you very specific answers as well in terms of timeline and things like that. Okay. Now we are taking Aditya Casey's question. Aditya, thank you for joining in. Devastrology, your question is 12th of, one second, man. Aditya, 12th of Feb, 1997, 10:56 a.m. and place is Kudappa, Andhra Pradesh. All right. Um, so again, moon in your Lagna, Aries moon, Mars and Rahu forming Angarka Yoga with Mars in retro in 6th. Okay. Jupiter is debilitated in 10th house with Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Excuse me. And Saturn and Ketu are in your 12th. Excuse me. So Saturn going in 12th, being the lord of 10th and 11th, clearly gives me an indication that you have a possibility of settling abroad, but you could keep getting breaks in your career. You could keep getting breaks in your career, or some or the issue will keep coming in your career very frequently, very, very frequently. Yeah. Your 6th and 10th house are pretty prominent, but Aditya, my recommendation to you will be to focus towards your job. You are going to do decently well in your job. And it has to be, of course, technical in nature. Rahu Mars conjunction is clearly indicating that to me with a direct aspect of Saturn as well. So it has to be a technical job. You will be owning good cars and vehicles and home as well. Home ownership is definitely written in your chart. But 10th house is also pretty prominent and powerful, man. But job looks more prominent to me uh, on the face of it. Okay. So, and yes, you will settle abroad. You will settle abroad. And maybe it is because of the visa issues that some disruptions keep coming and stuff, and you have to figure out that how you, that's why I'm saying that there will be constant breaks. So you might face a lot of visa related issues, Aditya. You will stay abroad, but you will have to keep changing employers, retagging, rebadging, something or the other. You might have to go out and come back, that kind of thing. But you eventually, you are going to own a home in a foreign land. You are going to work in a foreign land, and you are going to be settled there. That is 100% sure. It's promised in your chart. Yeah, it's promised in your chart. All right, so I hope that answers your question as well, Aditya. We have the next question from Dishant. Desant Thakur. Deshant has also been a member for a while now, and this question is 12th of August 1998. Deshant, you've missed giving your birth time. If you are online, Gurukul, I'm so sorry. I thank you for confirming that I was right, but I have just moved ahead into the next set of questions. So you will have to put in those questions next time. Deshant, I see your date of birth 11/13. So you have to be very specific with respect to your questions, as you would have understood. And that's what, will there be any career breaks? Aditya is asking. I already told you that I did not see this question and I answered that. It's written in your chart, man. So, yeah, guys, the more specific you are in these readings, and because today a lot of new people joined in, so I was like, I had to be a little slow, even though I started the videos stating that I'm having a bad headache and stuff. But I think as some of the new readers, you guys will get in rhythm, you will start understanding the kind of specific questions you need to ask. Because if you want to get into details and stuff, for that you need more time and stuff, and I can't do that in this setup. Okay. So coming back to Dishant, and we'll pick up his question. So 11/13 Pathankot. You want to start YouTube also. YouTube doesn't look strong for you. Your third lord is going into sixth, so you have to go into job. Your fifth lord is going into debilitation, and yeah, YouTube, you can try, it won't work out. I should not have said that, but you can give a shot, but the success coming in uh, is very tough for you, Dishant, in YouTube. Okay, so okay, so I've read your question, and you would put in a lot of details into your this thing. So see, your Jupiter is sitting with Moon, okay, forming Gach Kesari Yoga in your sixth house. It is sitting in retro, so it has some connect with Ketu as well. Now your Lagna Lord is sitting in your 10th house. It is not getting a good directional strength, nor is it happy with Sun and stuff. And it is sitting into the sign of Cancer, which doesn't make it very comfortable. But Sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus combinations are there in 10th, and that is why if you would have watched my 11th Lord video, I said when so many planets come into one house, it brings in a lot of confusion towards your career. Even having a Mars and Sun, which are directionally so strong in that placement, they are facing trouble. Plus Mars is not happy in Cancer, Mercury is not happy in Cancer, and Venus is not happy in Cancer sign itself. Okay, so that is the reason you will be frustrated with everything. This is the biggest problem, and this is a problem that you are going to face lifelong. Like, you are going to be frustrated that you will not find interest, and that's the challenging part of the chart. But your aspirations will be big. Rahu sitting in 11th, so you would want big gains. That is also true. Okay, so you need to make peace with few things. First of all, you need to tell yourself, like, I'm going to work without any distractions, without any without multiple thoughts. Unless until you bring focus in your life, you are not going to succeed. Because not because your 10th house is so strong, because your 10th house is so strong, and you have the ability to work in all directions, that you don't know which direction to go. So align those horses in one direction. You got it? Your horses of your mind, of your soul and stuff. So that is the number one thing. The number one remedy is practicing focus. How should you practice focus? In your case also, I recommend you to start by offering water to Surya. Saturn is in debilitation. Okay, business is not going to be great for you. Marriage could be late as well. Okay, that is another problem I am already seeing. And on top of that, Mars is also going in debilitation. So yes, Neej Bhanga is coming into play. Good. Neej Bhanga is coming into play, but it's not a very strong Neej Bhanga. Okay. So, and money will come a little late in life. It'll come good, by the way. It'll come a little late. So now what do you need to do? You are running through Venus Mahadasha already, and within this Venus Dasha, you are running through Venus Rahu. That is why you are getting all these illusions of running away and doing and all this and all that, all the way till 2027. Boss, this Rahu is not getting you get focused. First habit you have to develop is make your Surya stronger if your Saturn is weak. So start with by offering water to Surya on a daily basis, number one. Number two, you need to you might be struggling in finding some good mentor, some guru. And if a guru like me is giving you advice as well, you will find it very difficult to adopt and follow that advice, Dishant. I'm worried about that aspect, because your ninth lord is coming and getting combust in 10th, even though it is such a good Raj Yoga. But it is going into a enemical position from Mercury perspective. So you need to figure out a strategy to follow orders. Okay, and you are preparing for government examinations, you are missing by margins because Saturn is also creating that problem. Saturn is debilitated. You just don't need to see Surya, you need to see Saturn as well. But right now, since you are in uh, Surya is at least giving you some kind of a yoga. But my problem is that that yoga for success within this Rahu Antardasha is all the way in 2026. In 2026 you can be potentially in a job. Okay, I give you one room of one window of success. One window is coming pretty soon. From November of this year till February of 2025, November of 2024 till February of 2025, you have an excellent chance to crack some exam. Okay, excellent chance. And I think you should consider state exams instead of central exams. Consider state exams instead of central exams, Dishant Thakur. Do not worry about this Kalsarpa dosh right now. Hmm. Do not worry about that Kalsarpa dosh thing right now. Okay? I don't want you to focus in that direction for now. You focus on state examinations, and these 4 months are the best window, else the later window will come a little late. And in parallel, start applying for banking examinations as well, Dishant Thakur. Please do that. Competitive opportunities in banking industry is also going to be fruitful for you. You can do pretty well in that direction. Okay, I hope you've uh, understood and got it. I will move ahead now. Harsha's question has been taken care of. We have another new person, Dennis, who has come in. Dennis, thank you for considering joining Devastrology. It's very, very kind of you to have put in your trust and faith in me. We are taking your question 18, 12, 1998. So, guys, those who are coming in, we offer two questions to every member every month. And we do this activity in terms of doing a very comprehensive, detailed sort of version of snapshot reading for the people who join in here. And I see bunch of people have made it as entrants today. And guys, one moment to celebrate. I finally bloody crossed 7,500 subscribers. I was waiting for this for long. And I was hoping I could have done it on 31st of August, but it is 1st of September, so that's okay. I'm one day behind my target when I started with the actions from the start of the month, so that is good. 18/12/1998 for Dennis, 1:17 p.m. So that'll be 13:17 p.m. Hong Kong. I visited Hong Kong long time back, man. It was a beautiful city. I loved the visit. And I was for some meetings and conferences and stuff for about 4 5 days, and it was, I don't remember the places, but I did lots of shopping and stuff. Yeah, it is a good city. My wife likes that place too. So she has fond memories of that place as well. Okay, so I'm looking to pursue a career in finance. Is this possible with my chart? Otherwise, that career would be best suited for myself. I also own my own business. Okay, so Jupiter is your ascendant. You're a Pisces ascendant as per Vedic astrology, and is Moon is combust. Okay, and Moon is going into the sign of Scorpio and debilitation. There is an exchange yoga between Mars and Mercury. Mercury is your seventh lord going to ninth, and ninth lord is coming to seventh. Venus and Sun are in your 10th house. Jupiter and Ketu in your 12th, aspected by that Rahu. And whereas Saturn is sitting in retrograde in your second house, which is in its sign of debilitation. It's getting an aspect from Mars as well. First and foremost, so you want to validate. Okay, so yes, Jupiter being your ascendant might give you an interest in pursuing finance. But see, finance is seen not just by Jupiter; it's seen from Venus as well. Okay, and finance might have something to do in terms of a corporate structure. So if you get a corporate opportunity in a large multinational corporation, that is the only period when I see finance being a good industry for you. Okay, ideally, I would want you to consider working in a large multinational corporation, because that is the best setup for you. But your 10th, sorry, 11th and 12th Lord Saturn is in retro and in debilitation. So, one second, I'm just taking a moment. See, decision making is a little complicated in your case, man. That's the problem. That's why I'm not able to speak with so much of confidence on your business front as well, because you have both yogas. Like, you could run a side hustle as well, and you could make money from that direction as well. But business could be facing certain turbulences in your case, and those turbulences are because you are not strong with your decision making. Okay, while in a job you could be street smart. Let me look into your dashas very quickly. You are going through Venus Mahadasha, Jupiter Antardasha. That is the reason you have this interest in finance right now, and it is all the way till May of 2026. Hmm. See, explore working in a large multinational corporation. That is going to give you a lot of boost and growth and better prospects for you. Doing in and finance can mean multiple things, right? Finance can mean uh, reason I'm seeing it from MNC perspective is because Venus sitting in conjunction with Sun in the sign of Sagittarius gives me a very strong indication of a multinational bank. That can be a good possibility. It could be um, the finance division on in any multinational company, for that matter. The finance department of that organization, that should also be good for you. Okay, for now. But you should explore different opportunities in life, because I see definitely that happening for you, and you will do better only in a MNC setup. Do not fall for anything else you will get frustrated. Saturn is debilitated. You will get frustrated and you will be like that, where the heck have I got myself stuck in? So that's the stock trading career. No, stock trading career is not going to be good for you. Sorry, sir. You Okay, so if you are doing stock, let me rephrase. If you're doing stock trading for yourself, it is not going to be that rewarding somehow. You can work in a stock trading corporation. You understand what I'm trying to do here? Your moon is combust and it is debilitated, and it is the lord of your stock trading career itself from your fifth house. It is going fifth, it is going in a good position. But, boss, you need to monitor like decision making for your own investments could be wrong. You can do a job here, and it has to be a job in a MNC, a big trading corporation, not anywhere else, Dennis. So I hope that answers your question. With that, we'll move on to the next one, because Dennis's clarification, double click clarification, is also clarified. Mira is the next question. And Mira, I'm so sorry that you would have waited for a while, because it has taken longer for me to reach here. Jan 27th, 1993. 27th, 1993. 8:15. So that is 2015. And place is Genoa. Genoa, Italy. Give me a moment. I need to find the. I'm not able to get the coordinates of this place. One second. And my software. Genova. Yeah, I had to change the spelling. In my software, it is Genova. Got it. So the question is, please help me. Will I get divorced or stay married? 3 years married, too many problems. Don't want to be divorced. Please help, sir. Yeah, chances of that are very high. I'm so sorry. There are two, three possibilities. One is your seventh lord is and sixth lord is same. Saturn is sitting combust in the sixth house. It is sitting in conjunction with Sun and a combust Mercury. I'm so sorry. I have to just tell all this. Venus is in conjunction with Moon. Venus is an exaltation. Exalted Moon, sorry, exalted Venus in combination with Moon brings a lot of challenges, and it could bring in some hidden affairs as well, Mira. That is also possible. Um, it definitely brings in some hidden affairs and stuff. Um, And Ketu is also aspecting. See, Ketu is also aspecting your sixth house, and Rahu is aspecting your eighth house. Rahu is aspecting that Venus and Moon. I think there's a very high chance you yourself could have had some sort of a situationship, um, which is why it is doing this. And there are very, very strong aspects on your sixth and your eighth house. And to make matters worse, you are running through Ketu Mahadasha. And this period is going to be the toughest period because within Ketu you are running Rahu, which is all the way till November. If you can track things and you can make life any better, the best probability of you making your life better could only come post November of 2024 till October of 2025, actually September of 2025. You will get 9 months of period to fight it out, to escape through it, or come out of it, Mira. That is your best window. But let me look at your Navamsha as well. And in your Navamsha, Mars is in seventh, but the good part is Jupiter is exalted with Venus. Moon is in Lagna. Mercury, which is the Lagna Lord, in its own sign. And what is the situation of Saturn? Saturn is with Ketu. Oh boy. So you have to face this stuff. I can't even imagine what you're going through. I will request you, Mira, please go and watch my Ketu Mahadasha video. It is going to give you some. Okay. I know high chances of divorce in seventh and sixth, but will we reconcile? I work at a law firm and provide services. Sir, I'm also. Uh, Reconciliation looks tough to me. Ketu is giving the aspect, and Venus and Moon conjunction are happening in eighth. Who has cheated? Cheating is there. I can definitely see that, Mira. Cheating is there in this chart. Like, it is evident from the eighth house, and that Rahu also aspecting, and then your Venus is in 0 degrees. It's your Daraka Arka. Daraka Arka is giving an aspect, getting an aspect from Rahu. See, every time I see Venus getting an aspect from Rahu, I know what has happened. It's just that I don't want to make a comment, so I will not make a comment. I don't see reconciliations are possible. If you are going to ask me that hard a question, no. From you, Mira. If you are asking it directly, I see it from you. Okay. So I don't see reconciliation happening until October. He would not be in a mood for reconciliation. No, I don't think he will cheat. I don't think he will cheat. I think you have a stronger probability of doing that yourself. Uh, if not today, something, and cheating doesn't mean just physical cheating. Okay, some sort of hidden thing has happened. I can't see or predict here right now, but some sort of hidden thing has happened and this person is not very very hard. I don't see the only moment for your reconciliation is once your Jupiter kicks in. Your Jupiter is the only savior here. He was already married before. Did he then cheat with you? Oh yeah, so then you were saying that. So see, I am telling you that some sort of hidden thing is there. Your affair with him was hidden either through his past. Something seems weird to me. This is your first marriage? Yeah, but my friend Mira, I'm so sorry. You have to drag this if you want to save it. Push it till end of October. From November of 2024 till October or September of 2025 is the best window for you to figure out how to save this marriage. That's all I can tell you. Okay. All right. Let's just quickly wrap it up and see what all questions are pending. Thank you, Ved. Thank you for confirming the answers that I gave. Dishant's question is taken. Hold on. I see. Has somebody changed their name and asking a double question again? Guys, this is not cool if you're doing it. One second. Okay. Anyways, let me come back to the. I think there are some more questions pending in here, so we have got to answer them as well very quickly. Anirban Ganguly, thank you for joining. I see World Through a Lens has also joined in. So we have these two questions that have to be taken care of. Let me quickly answer World Through a Lens, and this person is Kostub. Kostub, I'm assuming you're a guy. 1st of April 1997. Arey yaar. One second, man, Kostub. Of April 1997, 10:15 a.m. And where is your birthplace, man? Kostub, have you put in your birthplace? Would appreciate guidance with respect to career. I'm currently working as stock market full time, taking a break from game development. Pune. Okay. Yeah, you need to put everything in one place, man. If you see my screen, it is a very busy screen here, and it's very hard to figure out who's written what, and that's why it wastes a lot of my time as well. So, but that's okay. Uh, so and guys, I want you to make this a practice. Please don't put in like questions multiple times and statements. Try and think for a moment and then or retract your messages, because it clogs my screen and wastes everybody's time and I'll not be able to do the analysis properly. So Kaustub's question is appreciate career guidance. I'm currently working in the stock market for development and taking a break from game development. See, one of the first things that I noticed is multiple planets in the 11th house and Venus and Saturn both getting combust there. Then exchange of Saturn with Jupiter. Jupiter is also in debilitation and but sitting in the ninth house, and that conversion is a good thing. That Parivartan Yoga is a good thing for you. Okay, and this Mars is in retro, giving an aspect to the 10th and 11th both. Moon is going into 8th. Stock trading will be of huge interest to you. Huge interest. And Salat, no. uh, yeah, but like I don't see a good vibe there. Mercury is going into Aries in 12th. You are going to bleed a lot of money in stock market. You're going to bleed a lot of money. If now, in the long run, 100%. Mars, Venus. Venus is combust in exaltation, Lord of sixth. That's why you are not interested in your job as well. You will have to do something of your own, some side gig or your this thing. Job in the long run will not satisfy you. You have to go and do something of your own, boss. And your lung lord itself is combust. Even though it is exalted, it is going to give multiple relationships, that is for sure. uh, but it will not give satisfaction with respect to, okay, I should not get into that reading. But the point is that stock market, I will not advise you. I don't know why you made that choice, and this is Rahu which is making you do so. And potentially you are looking into some sort of, I don't know why, man. Your second lord is going into 12th, and so is your fifth lord. Why do you want to do it? I'm very, very confused actually. uh, you should start doing something of your own in the long run, but um, my advice is do not remain into the stock market for a long time. It might give you excitement for the next 1.5 years at best, some gains, but it is not going to be the best place for you. Okay. um, in the long run, plan for something of your own that is going to help you do very well. That's all I will say. Okay. So with that, I will jump on to the next question. Anirban's name is, where is it? See, that is what happens when, see, people start typing in multiple places. I lose the flow of the screen. Anirban Ganguly, got it. Anirban Ganguly, 6/12/1995. 1995. 13:55. Agartala, Tripura. Okay. Very good. I like the specificity of the question. Fifth lord is going into eighth. Baap re baap. That to sun. Mercury and Jupiter combust. Lagan lord Mars in ninth. With me, Venus. Are you planning to go abroad or what? Job is going to be good for you. Okay. Job is going to be very good for you. I would want you to focus in job. And I think your focus has to be job. Lord in itself is combust in eighth. See, be in a technical job, be in a technology industry, technical job, that is going to be much better for you, Anirban. You are going to do decently well in that space. Okay. Post graduation research, yes, that is a thing that you can potentially consider, but that will happen in, it doesn't seem to, you can prepare for it now and explore to go and study in end of 2025 or the full year of 2026. Best period for you. Best period for you. Next year you should definitely go for it. But you should go for a job, you should go for a technical job, you should do some research kind of education, by the way. And then leave your hometown, go a little far away from your hometown. That will be good for you. Hmm. That will also be good for you. And success will come to you a little late, and you might have to slog harder, but that is okay. You will find the outcomes that you seek, Anirban. So I hope that clarifies you. Technical job, technical or technical industry, research based education to improve your skills there. AI related work could also be very good for you. Going away from hometown, that will help you. And education next year is a good period. Next year end and entire year of 2026. Okay. So that should give you that clarity. Let me now look at questions. I've answered all the questions basically. Samiksha Das, you know what? This is not fair, guys. I don't like these contributions, and I don't want you to be doing this. I'll just take quick 30-second reply to your input. 10, 4. This is a members place. You can watch it, but only members are supposed to be asking questions. Balasore, Orissa. I don't want a karmic debt, so I want to pay that immediately. And you want career and marriage and everything. So just to let you know, marriage will have certain issues in your life. Venus is combust. Mercury is sitting in the seventh house. Moon is sitting in exaltation, but it is sitting in eighth. Saturn is also combust because it is the lord of fourth and fifth and coming in sixth. And all of these are in conjunction with Sun and Ketu. You must do a chart reading and matching with respect to both your career and your, it's the divorce house as well. So I want you to be very very careful in this terms. Okay, I see lots of troubles in marriage. And I hope you've not been looking outside or something. You might have had a love marriage, very high probability. And if by any chance you've been looking out, then it's a major problem. And marriage problem, I clearly see Rahu Mercury going on, and then Rahu Ketu coming in. I don't know, God knows what will happen. Very turbulent period from your dasha period. So I have answered those bits, and hopefully that gives you clarification. Somebody else also had contributed, and I need to look into that. Yeah, so I think Mohit Sharma has retracted, so has love nature as well. Guys, I've done all the questions and answered all of them. I hope this was a good experience. We've done a very long reading today. Thank you for your time, and let's thank you. Om Namah Shivaya, guys. Let's meet the second time in the month of September. I will disclose the dates and time in the next 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you. Have a good one and keep watching Devastrology. Bye bye.